to CBS News 24/7. We are tracking a powerful nor'easter. It is now making its way up the Northeast after intense rain and damaging winds slam the mid-Atlantic. Low-lying neighborhoods like the city of Norfolk in Virginia are now dealing with floodwaters that inundated several streets over the weekend. New York and New Jersey declared state of emergencies. CBS News senior national weather correspondent Rob Marciano is alongside the New Jersey coast with the latest on this chaotic weather.
Well, this nor'easter's been slow to give up its wind or its water. Look at what high tide has done here in Manasquan, New Jersey. This road, which was one of the main ones, completely flooded out. You see some big 4x4s trying to get through it. That smaller car, it's in for it. The water well up to the wheel wells there. It's going to have some saltwater intrusion, not a good thing. And the water getting close to the entrances of that sandwich shop, which obviously is closed for business today. Some of the homes on this street getting water into the garages, up to the stairwells there. This is not the first time they've seen water here, but certainly some of the highest that they've seen in a long, long time. And it's not the only community that's dealing with this, especially during the high tide cycle. And with this wind that refuses to give up, continuing to hold this water back, it's going to make it very slow to recede even as we go through the overnight period tonight. So in many cases, coastal flood warnings remain up. These wind warnings will begin to drop as this storm slowly, painfully slowly, moves out to sea as we get a first taste of it. Maybe not a classic nor'easter, but certainly our most powerful one yet this season. Rob Marciano, CBS News, Manasquan, New Jersey.
And many people on the East Coast aiming to go back home from the holiday weekend aren't able to go right now. CBS News correspondent Tom Hanson reports from New York's LaGuardia Airport on how this storm is impacting flights.
Hey there, yeah, well, not only are the coastal regions dealing with the powerful impacts from this nor'easter, we're feeling it here at the airports as well. When we got here this morning, there were a lot of on-time departures, but what we've seen throughout the day, if you look up at the board behind me, you can see delay, delay, delay. That's because the FAA has issued ground delays for a lot of the major airports all across the Northeast, all the way up from Boston down to D.C., here at LaGuardia as well. And those are going to stretch throughout the evening. So what you're seeing are a lot of people here who are very unhappy because they are discovering that their flights have been delayed. We spoke to a couple of them. Here's what they had to say.
I did get the email that my flight was delayed. So I'm hoping that there are no more delays from here so that I can get to work and my kids can get back to school.
I wish that I could just be home at 5 p.m. like I expected to be, but it seems like that's not going to be the case.
So you heard it there. People simply just want to get to where they are expecting to go, and they want to get there on time. But unfortunately, there are going to be more delays throughout the afternoon into the evening. Now, we reached out to Delta. Their subsidiary, Endeavor Air, is experiencing a lot of these delays and cancellations. They told us that they are dealing with not only those rough weather conditions, but also delays at air traffic control towers as well. I want to remind you guys that we are not only dealing with a nor'easter here, but we are also in a government shutdown. So there are staffing shortages across the board at these air traffic control centers. That is no doubt adding to the complications here. Back to you.
Certainly is. Tom, thank you. Yeah, it's a double whammy right now. We're talking about flight delays, federal government shutdown, and then the nor'easter. And
yeah,
that's on your plate right now.
One more day of gusty winds, rain, and those extremely high surf.
Okay.
So get ready for it again this afternoon.
Okay.
But by tomorrow, luckily, things should be calming down. So there is positive news in our future when it comes to quieter weather on the way and cooler weather. Definitely going to feel like fall on the back end of this system because right now, all of this cloud coverage, this is the nor'easter that we've been talking about. Rain all across the east coast of the United States. And in fact, down in South Carolina, these were the highest rain reports. Not only were there 84-mile-an-hour wind gusts in New Jersey, but there was over 9 inches of rain just over the past 48 hours in South Carolina. So a lot of rain, a lot of winds with this system, and that's going to continue throughout the afternoon and evening, which is why we do have widespread alerts all across the East Coast, from South Carolina all the way up through New Jersey, Maryland, Massachusetts. These are where we're going to be seeing quite a lot of impacts, from 1 to 2 feet of potential coastal flooding. Low-lying areas definitely going to be seeing the highest issues. 7 to 9 feet breaking waves that will continue through about 8 p.m. tonight, along with 60-plus-mile-an-hour wind gusts from New Jersey up through Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust on top of already saturated soil. this is where we're expecting widespread trees to be downed and potential power outages to continue. So again, through tonight, this system will be impacting you, but by the time that we step out into tomorrow, most of the activity will be pushing offshore. Like Rob said, it's painfully moving slowly, but again, by as soon as tomorrow, we should be good. However, the west coast of the United States, they're looking at their first big storm system of the season. We're looking at widespread winter storm warnings, winter weather alerts, and there's going to be flash flooding, potentially 1 to 2 inches of rain down in Southern California. So a lot of rain, a lot of snow on the way over the next 24 hours, not just across the west coast, but also across the east coast. Back to you.
All right, Zoe, thank you.